Hello, lacrosse enthusiasts. We come to you from the campus of Jacksonville University. Today, a talented USA U17 squad faces off against top players from the Ontario Lacrosse Association. It's sure to be a battle. Stay with us and spread the word. You're about to witness women's international field lacrosse in its best form. Today's matchup is brought to you by Lacrosse All-Stars. We connect the worldwide lacrosse community with authentic storytelling, news coverage, reviews, broadcasts, and original videos created by players and for players. The team at Lacrosse All-Stars is on a mission to grow the game by inspiring the next generation of passionate lacrosse players. Right now you are seeing introductions of the players, and soon we will hear the national anthems for both teams. Welcome again, everyone. Soon they will begin with what we call in girls lacrosse as a draw. This is our second year of the girls being involved with the Brogden Cup. The boys have been playing for years. Last year was the inaugural year, and I am proud to say, as the coach of the team from last year, we won the series. Each game was decided by a goal or less, and in the third game, the tiebreaker game, we had to play too short due to the rules regarding yellow cards on players, and we still managed to come away with the win and bring home the first Brogden Cup for the ladies' game.
Wow, must have been some great coaching.
Oh, it must have been. Diana Ebro and I really had a blast coaching. I'm here today with you with Taylor McCord, a product of Jacksonville University. She played lacrosse here. I think, are you completing graduate studies here also?
I finished last year, so I am retired.
Oh, no more college. That's
now in the real world.
Adulting.
Living through these girls, because what an awesome opportunity it is for them to be here today playing for their countries.
It really is. Going back to when I played for the U.S. squad in the 80s, there's nothing better than hearing that anthem and knowing that you are wearing the USA on your shirt.
I can imagine.
In these high-level games, we play with 3 officials on the field, and they will rotate every 2 goals. The officials will rotate.
I think so, every 2.
So that each one gets the offense and the defense. The official in the middle will handle most of the restarts after every goal and most of the administration of any fouls. The officials down low will be looking for 1,000,001 different calls that they can make on the offensive and defensive ends. Taylor, you've been a ref, right?
I have. I started with the little middle school tykes, and I moved my way up to high schoolers in some tournaments, and it's fun. It's great getting that perspective on things. So I started as a player, and then I went to a coach and club, and now a ref, and now here I am commentating.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I think being on both sides makes you a better
Started the
coach
draw there.
and a better ref.
Oh, absolutely. And White comes up with it. Number 15 on USA across the field. Over to number 17. Looks like they're just trying to spread out, get some space, and move the ball around, kind of scope out their defense and what their defense is settling into. Got a foot pass to number 18. She's driving down the middle. Defensive slide. She pulls out, moves over to number 2 at the top. Oh, intercepted.
Nice stick.
Ontario, looks like number 9 has it. Running out of the field, full throttle. Number 15 driving to cage, feed to number 16 inside, shot and a goal. It's the first goal. Start off with Ontario, 1-0 Ontario.
Scored by
Number 16.
number 16, Annabelle Child.
So that's how you start off the game, nice and quick, driving to cage. Don't give the defense any time to settle. It all started down there with the interception.
Very similar to the way the Canadians played last year. Very quick on transition through the midfield. Heads up, looking for options, both right and left, making the most of every opportunity. Defensive turnover leads to points. Nice reach.
And White comes up with it again. Number 6, Lauren Pozzoli. Looks like there was a foul on the defense. Number 3 has a free position. The foul was on number 13.
Looked like she called her for a push.
Shot and a goal by number 3.
And we're all even.
Elizabeth Mayer on the goal. It's 1-1. Tied game. Yeah, it was interesting hearing the interviews prior to the beginning of the games. A lot of the Ontario girls mentioned how they played box indoor lacrosse growing up because there weren't many opportunities for them to play outdoors as females, so they played with the boys, which really helps you excel your game when you're that young, just starting and honing in on your skills and your hand-eye coordination with lacrosse. I definitely have seen some of the best players have come through by playing men's lacrosse to begin.
The box is in a smaller area with fewer players, so you get more touches on the ball.
Absolutely.
So it forces you to do more in less space.
Exactly.
And to move quicker and to make decisions mentally about the right thing to do with the ball.
You have to react much faster and think ahead. We're back at the draw. Go straight up. 50-50 chance. And it looks like USA on the third draw, 3 for 3. Number 7 comes up with it. Trying to get it over the restraining line. There's a foul. push on number 2. Ontario 17 is running upfield. Strong defense. Number 8 has the ball. She's getting pressured pretty aggressively by the defense. Ball down. And number 7 comes up with it.
You can see how U.S. is really spreading the field and forcing the Canadians, who like to play a pretty tight man-to-man.
Ball's down, and Ontario number 14 comes up with it. She's looking upfield, trying to find a pass. Up to number 9, to number 8.
Again, quick passes through the transition.
Great ball movement up the field.
And lots of speed. There's the opening.
Number 15 inside feed to number 2.
Not there. Good defense on the U.S. defenders.
Oh, shot and miss. Red's going to come up with it. Again, on a shot, whoever is closest to the ball when it goes out of bounds is going to be whoever receives the ball, bringing it back in.
That's very similar to the boys' game, for those of you that are wondering.
Looks pretty crowded.
Now you can see the difference, how much more crowded, how much closer in the Canadians are playing. I don't see them taking advantage of the new rule to be able to kick. Kick the ball, get it out to some space.
Looks like there was a foul on white, so number 16, Red, is going to come up with it on a free position shot to goal. She's got tons of space. Let's see if she can take advantage of this acceleration and place it. Nice bounce shot. That's always a good choice on the turf. That was a shot and goal by number 16 on Ontario.
And that's her second of the game.
Annabelle Child. 2-1 Canada.
If you've noticed that she has dropped her stick after she scores, that's one of the international rules. We're actually playing with that on the high school level so that the officials can check the stick to make sure the pocket is still legal.
I think that rule was implemented after, I think it was the 2014 Division I NCAA Women's Lacrosse Championship up at Stony Brook. Whenever I played at the University of Florida, we played against Syracuse, and we went into, I think, double overtime because of goals being taken back because of stick checks.
Wow. That's a lot.
It was incredible. And it really changed the game by doing that, what happened during that game. Looks like Red came up with it. Canada, number 16 with the ball. Moving upfield. Feed to number 10, low left, and a goal by number 10, Canada, Abigail Hiltz. It is 3-1 Canada. Number 16, Annabelle, really looks to be a strong player in the transition for Canada. They're pushing the ball upfield during a lot of these transitions in the midfield.
Game can be won or lost on the transitions. You've got to slow it down, force them to make some turnovers, maybe a bad pass. That really can be a key to winning or losing a game.
Absolutely.
You probably saw that a lot playing at the collegiate level.
Absolutely. They say draw controls, win games. It's all about possession.
Nice reach.
Number 2, Canada comes up with it. Feed to number 12 inside. Good defense by number 9 on USA. Feed to number 2 inside.
Canada's forcing a little bit there.
She pulls out of pressure. Number 15 has the ball. Feeds it behind. Always a good option to move the ball behind cage, get the defense turning. And find the backside cutters like number 16. Just cut.
Nice defense. Nice check.
Feed inside to 16. Dropped. Number 10 comes up with it behind.
Nice
feed inside 16 again. Shot.
Nice save. Goalie moved well with that, keeping her feet together, getting her stick down, not giving up that bounce shot.
Moving the ball around the outside. Looks like they're trying to set up something. There goes some cutters as number 2 comes around the right side for
the ISO. Oh, that would be a dangerous check call. In the girls' game, you're not allowed to take your stick defensively too close to the attacker's face. And that looks like the call that was made on the U.S.
Looks like number 2 is going to have a free position shot here. That's what happens when you drive hard around the crease. You draw those fouls. Shot miss. Looks like number 10, Red, is going to come up with it.
Canada's playing smart. They have a nice lead. Move the ball.
Drive the cage by 16. She pulls out.
Use some more clock time. U.S. needs a turnover here. They need to force something to get the ball back into their offensive end.
Number 15 comes across the top looking for a drive. Feeds inside to 4. Looks like there was a foul.
Shooting
space on number 5. Number 5 USA was shooting space. Number 4 is going to have the ball center hash on a free position shot to goal. Fake high,
nice
shoot
save.
high. Save by number 19, Canada. She looks to clear it out, and the ball's down in the midfield. Ball's out. It's going to be Canada's ball.
Well, that's a costly turnover for the U.S.
Absolutely.
Finally played some really nice defense. Got a couple good saves from their goalie. And it's coming right back down on the defense.
Yeah, that was crucial. Feed it inside, shot and goal. Number 5, Canada. Looks like Riley Hunter, number 5, scored that for Canada.
Going back to where you said when you were playing at Syracuse and going to double overtime because of goals called back because of illegal sticks. As an attack player myself, I never wanted a loose pocket in my stick because it took too long for the ball to come out. Little flick of my wrist, nice tight pocket, and I could change the direction of the ball at the last second.
Yeah.
These girls with these deep pockets are losing a little bit of momentum on their shot.
The whole make of sticks has changed so much over the years, it's incredible. Now the girls can play with boys mesh, from what I understand.
That's right, I did hear about that.
It's pretty crazy.
To think that in the 80s I got the prototype from Brine.
We were playing with tennis rackets when I was in middle school.
Yeah, they gave the U.S. squad prototypes. I hated it. I could not figure out how to shoot with it. I could throw okay. I could throw a lot further. Comes out of the stick very differently in these new one-piece molded heads.
I bet. Oh, and number 13, USA had the ball, looking to bring the ball into the attacking 12-meter, and she feeds inside, drop pass, and Canada goalie comes up with it. USA needs to really take advantage of their opportunities when they have the ball and be patient. Canada's really taking advantage of their opportunities, getting the ball and making all of their possessions count.
It's all about the little things now. Catching the easy catches, settling.
Not recommended to feed inside when there's multiple defenders in the middle.
Can't force that pass in.
It's all about
This
patience.
number 2, they got to shut her down in the midfield. She's brought the ball down on transition at least 4 times now. They got to slow her down.
There's a drive on the right side crease and a shot and a miss. Number 10. Oh, it looks like it might be goalie ball. So the goalie was closest to it when it went out of bounds.
This is a break for the U.S. Let's see if they can capitalize on this one. Need a good clear. Goalie has 10 seconds, and then she needs to leave her circle. All right, Canada's doing a good job. There's a cut. A little dangerous in the middle, but it worked. It's nice motion on the U.S. team's part. Now we're going to change a point of attack.
Ooh.
Oh!
That was a high pass by USA, number 10, and it went over the goalie's stick into the cage, so that would be a goal on USA by Canada, technically.
That's a heartbreaker. That is a heartbreaker.
USA needs a change of momentum. They need to pick each other up and turn this game around for it to come out on their side.
I saw this team play this summer, and they're very balanced. And right now, to me, it just looks like they're very nervous.
Shake those nerves out.
By now, they should be done. It's halfway through the half. They really need to get their game legs on. Just settle down. Make all the little things work. Some nice possession. Possess the ball. Keep the ball in their offensive sticks longer. Give their defense a break. Their defense needs a break here right now.
Got to give it to Canada for coming up on those first draw controls and really pressuring hard in transition on the ride. If you can get the ball back on the ride and you can get the draws, then USA offense isn't going to have the ball very often, and that will really be a game changer for them.
It'd be a huge game changer. Well, let's see what they do. Let's see what the coach says, if his words of wisdom can turn them around. They do still have a lot of time to play. It's easy to score a lot of goals in a short amount of time. You see how quickly they move from the center line down into their critical scoring area. So hopefully they can get some momentum going here.
And keep in mind, during timeouts, there is one timeout per team per half, and the clock does not stop on the timeout. Within the last 2 minutes of the halves, the clock will stop on major fouls and goals. And it is 5-1 Canada.
U.S. goalie has come up with a couple of good saves, but I don't think the Canadian goalie has been pressured at all. They haven't gotten enough of a look at her to see where her weak points are. The one shot the U.S. did take was a nice shot, but that's pretty much all they've had so far. All right, let's see if they can take some adversity and turn it around and use that adversity to gain some momentum and fire themselves up. Although I think U.S. has more draw controls, they haven't been able to convert it into any points on the board.
Oh,
that's
what
a
a
nice
grab.
control. Nice self-draw.
Number 18, USA comes up with the draw in just one snatch. That was great placement.
They really need to settle here. Get a good look at what the defense is giving them.
Canada's defense is just so high pressured, giving them a really hard time to hold onto that ball carefully. And the goalie has the ball now, moves it upfield to number 14, pushing for a fast break. So number 6 drops her stick and picks up some speed. No fast break, so she pulls out and she's going to move the ball behind the cage.
The Canadians are playing a very, very smart game.
Very smart.
Fast break when they have it, settle when they don't have the fast break. They don't have the numbers. Throw some cutters through.
Feet inside, shot, miss, wide, right.
That was a nice
Absolutely.
take.
When they push the ball down the field and they don't have a fast break, they're always moving it through X, switching the field and looking for those backside cutters. That is flawless. Nice feed and shot by number 15, and that's a goal. It is now 6-1 Ontario. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. You even see that in the college level. These girls are playing at the college level, Division I, looking for the fast break. If it's not there, you move the ball to X, move the ball across the field, look for the backside cutters, and 9 times out of 10, you're going to find something there.
U.S. defense has to work on their slides. Those one-on-one opportunities, a good attacker is going to score every time. There's just not enough pressure on the shooter.
Back to the draw. Ball's down. Number 6, USA picks it up like it was nothing. She made that look easy. She's getting pressured.
I feel U.S. has to be a little bit smarter on an isolation where they are 1v1 when they have the ball pulled out so wide.
That's a good opportunity.
And that should be an... Oh, she got away with the check there. That was quite a swing.
Number 3 was looking for the right side crease roll with high pressure on the defense. Number 7 comes up with the ball. Canada's ball. Got to give it to Ontario's defense. They are executing high level, high pressure defense.
They're staying with the cutters. They're moving very well through what little the U.S. has been able to throw at them so far. We have about 5.5 minutes left in this half. In the girls' game, we play 2 halves. This could be huge if U.S. could come up with this.
Looks like there was a foul on the ground ball.
Be interesting to see how they call that
USA
one.
ball.
All right, awesome. Those types of fouls can go either way in a game.
Absolutely. Pass upfield to number 2.
She needs a not for. There we go. Not force.
Oh, high pressure defense. That's absolutely a foul. She's going to be 4 meters behind the player with the ball. And this is an indirect possession to goal, which means she
couldn't take it in and shoot. Oh, there's some nice play. It's a shame she waited a little long to shoot. She didn't feel she had a good shot. Waited a little long. Goalie, quick release. Here we go. Quick pass. Not enough pressure from the U.S. on this transition by the Canadians.
Great speed and transition.
And now they have numbers here. Up.
Way to handle that pass.
Nice.
Pass was low.
U.S. has got to pick up those cutters.
By number 10, shot by number 16 and goal. It is now 7-1 Canada.
And that is number 16's 3rd goal. Annabelle
Definitely
Child.
A strong player.
They look to feed her a lot. You can see that they're looking for her.
Well, it's nice having number 10 down there low as a lefty so she can feed the right side right-handed cutters. And that's just stick to stick all day connection.
That's a quick catch and a shot. You don't have to do much else when you're getting it on that side of your body as a righty.
Absolutely. As a low left-handed player, I know how that works. And the connection between a lefty and a righty as a feeder and a good shooter,
it's special.
It's awesome. It really helps out teams and their offense to be successful when you can have someone across the field, strong hand, feeding the cutters strong-handed as well. And we're back at the draw control. Let's see if USA can come up with this one. They really need to make their offensive possessions count and come up with some goals to get back in the game. And number 4, Canada, comes up with it, 14. Sorry about that. Looks like there's no fast break look, so she's moving the ball across the field. You can hear USA defense talking very loudly, communicating, working together. Cutter and
wide open
shot
cutter.
and save.
Nice save by the U.S. goalie reading it.
It's a good shot going across the body to the backside, but when you have a right-handed goalie, sometimes you want to switch that up. Great save.
Good pressure by the Canadians and a very bad pass by the U.S. team. Yikes.
Oh,
all right, got a break.
Ball.
Got a break here. Canadian player must have stepped out of bounds when she gained possession of the ball.
I wonder if she can see the numbers up on the backside. She's got 4-1.
She's really pressured. She's got a lot of players. All right, she's
speed.
Gonna outrun them. Good job. All right, change the pace there a little bit.
Great decision.
I mean, I know they want to score here. Not a high quality shot.
I can see where she wants to get that. But with 2 girls on you, you want to pull that out.
Tall goalie, long legs, didn't make the goalie move. Got to make the goalie work for those saves.
See if they can get the ball back here. What a throw.
Come on. Come on, that's a loose ball. Oh. Come on, catch up.
Number 5 comes up with the ground ball.
That's costly. That's costly. That's going to be a card.
It's a yellow card on number 10, USA, for a push on the back to number 5, Canada. In that scenario, I don't disagree with a foul when it's a one-on-goalie type of situation, but an aggressive foul like that, definitely not the best idea. A minor foul.
You have to call that.
Try to push her out of the 8.
Yeah, body possession, but in the back, the attacker had the positioning.
That was painful. She felt that one.
Yeah.
Now it's one on goalie, and it's a shot and goal by number 5, Canada. That leaves us 8-1 Canada.
Second goal for Riley Hunter on the Canadian team.
We got 1 more minute on the clock.
That's a costly foul for the U.S. team. Ref had to call that. That attacker was clearly going to goal. And you can see how easy it was for the attacker, the Canadian attacker, to score that goal. That would be a flagrant foul. The ref really had no option but to give the card. Defender had no position to play the ball there. We have about 20 seconds left. And a quick whistle. Must have been some movement by the 2 players taking the draw, so they're going to repeat it. The players have to wait for the official's whistle. If there's any movement prior to the whistle, the official can discern who moved first.
Looks like that's the half.
The opponent would get the ball.
And that's halftime. It is 8-1 Canada.
Let's hope these U.S. coaches can regroup their team and get them to play some good, solid attack in this second half. They haven't had very many opportunities, and they can't even come close if all they're going to do is spend time on defense.
And the opportunities they have, the opportunities that they have had, they haven't really executed on. So hopefully this half they can take control of their possessions and make the goals count.
I'm Ryan Powell.
I'm Brett Hughes.
I'm Zach Greer.
I'm Brian Silka. We're the Stripes.
I'm Megan Price.
I'm Anthony Kelly.
Griffin Halliday. Logan Halliday. And we grow the game.
And I grow the game.
I grow the game.
We grow the game.
And I grow the game.
I grow the game.
And I grow the game.
And I grow the game, baby.
And I grow the game. And I grow the game.
The Axiom is our first Maverick stick strung in the USA. Stringing at our Liverpool, New York facility allows us to focus on the details and deliver a higher quality, more consistent pocket. The Swivel Plus pocket is strung with maximum high pocket hold, keeping the ball in the sweet spot and increasing ball control. This allows attackers to keep the ball in the triple threat position for passing, shooting, and dodging on the move. The minimum legal pinched face shape channels the ball to the sweet spot for a quicker release. The scoop shape is optimized for accurate passing and shooting. The complete comes with the Axiom ultra lightweight carbon fiber shaft. Be a triple threat. Control the outcome.
For over 30 years, Cascade has been the most trusted helmet in lacrosse. Introducing the Cascade S. The pinnacle of protection, comfort, and vision. Cascade, passion to protect.
The S helmet represents the culmination of 30 years of research and development. Its new Smart Trio liner integrates shell and liner technology, effectively minimizing variable force impacts, making it the most innovative helmet we've ever created. The addition of a vision bar in the mask creates optimum visibility, while the X-Flow ventilation system keeps you cool under pressure. Add in balance point optimization, and you have the most advanced helmet system available. The S is the most protective helmet we've ever made. Made and played in the USA, Cascade Lacrosse, passion to protect.
I've always worn Cascades. I've got pictures of my first helmets back when it was sport helmets. My dad, I was really fortunate. Every birthday, he would get me the latest Cascade, so that was always something I could look forward to. So I was always in the best helmet that Cascade made. My teammates were always envious of me.
You know, I've been wearing a Cascade helmet since my first time in 5th grade and haven't looked back or changed, and wore it in college, wore it in the pros.
Yeah, I've always worn Cascade. Anytime I've even tried anything else on, I've never liked it. I don't really like the look of other helmets.
Growing up, Cascades were always the helmet of choice for me. I mean, I remember I just got into the game when they first got rid of the buckets, so the tie backs back in the day. When the first Cascade came out, and that was wild, it was revolutionary.
I've only worn Cascade. I have no interest in trying on any other helmet. I feel like when you're already wearing the best helmet that looks the best and feels the best, then what's the point?
No matter what helmet somebody wears, if they have to wear another one, they're going to tell you that they'd rather be wearing this.
For over 30 years, Cascade has been the most trusted helmet in lacrosse. Introducing the Cascade S. The pinnacle of protection, comfort, and vision. Cascade, passion to protect.
I've always worn Cascades. I've got pictures of my first helmets back when it was sport helmets. My dad, I was really fortunate. Every birthday, he would get me the latest Cascade, so that was always something I could look forward to. So I was always in the best helmet that Cascade made. My teammates were always envious of me.
You know, I've been wearing a Cascade helmet since my first time in 5th grade and haven't looked back or changed, and wore it in college, wore it in the pros.
Yeah, I've always worn Cascade. Anytime I've even tried anything else on, I've never liked it. I don't really like the look of other helmets.
Growing up, Cascades were always the helmet of choice for me. I mean, I remember I just got into the game when they first got rid of the buckets, so the tie backs back in the day. When the first Cascade came out, and that was wild, it was revolutionary.
I've only worn Cascade. I have no interest in trying on any other helmet. I feel like when you're already wearing the best helmet that looks the best and feels the best, then what's the point?
No matter what helmet somebody wears, if they have to wear another one, they're going to tell you that they'd rather be wearing this.
For over 30 years, Cascade has been the most trusted helmet in lacrosse. Introducing the Cascade S. The pinnacle of protection, comfort, and vision. Cascade, passion to protect.
I've always worn Cascades. I've got pictures of my first helmets back when it was sport helmets. My dad, I was really fortunate. Every birthday, he would get me the latest Cascade, so that was always something I could look forward to. So I was always in the best helmet that Cascade made. My teammates were always envious of me.
You know, I've been wearing a Cascade helmet since my first time in 5th grade and haven't looked back or changed, and wore it in college, wore it in the pros. So.
Yeah, I've always worn Cascade. Anytime I've even tried anything else on, I've never liked it. I don't really like the look of other helmets.
Growing up, Cascades were always the helmet of choice for me. I mean, I remember I just got into the game when they first got rid of the buckets, so the tiebacks back in the day. When the first Cascade came out, that was wild, it was revolutionary.
I've only worn Cascade. I have no interest in trying on any other helmet. I feel like when you're already wearing the best helmet that looks the best and feels the best, then what's the point?
No matter what helmet somebody wears, if they have to wear another one, they're going to tell you that they'd rather be wearing this.
For over 30 years, Cascade has been the most trusted helmet in lacrosse. Introducing the Cascade S. The pinnacle of protection, comfort, and vision. Cascade, passion to protect.
Today's matchup is brought to you by Lacrosse All-Stars. We connect the worldwide lacrosse community with authentic storytelling, news coverage, reviews, broadcasts, and original videos created by players for players. The team at Lacrosse All-Stars is on a mission to grow the game by inspiring the next generation of passionate lacrosse players. Welcome back. We have 27 seconds left in halftime. Score is 8-1 Canada. Let's see if USA can pull it out in the second half to make this a close game.
So far it's been all Canada moving the ball through the midfield on transition, taking advantage of miscues by the defense, the USA defense. The USA goalie has made a couple really nice saves, so hopefully that will motivate the rest of her team to put the ball between the pipes at the other end to give her some backup. Here the girls are getting ready, horn sounded. We're just waiting for them to all come out onto the field.
Those Canada girls brought the cold weather down south, that's for sure.
Shame on them.
If you call, I guess, high 50s, low 60s cold. Being from Florida, I am very acclimated, and this is cold.
And I'm from New Jersey, and it's
This is
-2 up
warm.
there, so I'll take this.
Hopefully the sun will be out tomorrow and shining.
We can hope. That's what you come down here for, flip-flops and shorts. And some good lacrosse. We have a full slate. The girls start off tomorrow morning, followed by a whole host of boys' games. If you want to watch some good lacrosse from middle school on through high school players, boys and girls, this is a place to be. No better
Absolutely.
place to spend your day than here on the lacrosse field at Jacksonville University.
That's right here on the St. Johns River.
Okay, and we are ready to start the second half. Let's see. U.S. has dominated on draw controls.
And there they are
And they
again.
go again.
Number 6, her height. She really uses that to her advantage on those draw controls. Oh.
They've
back
got to be
check.
a little more aware of what's happening behind them. The Canadian team is extremely tenacious and has picked up very well on the fact that the U.S. is not paying attention to the back check.
Fortunately, number 16, White, came up with that somehow. So USA still keeps possession of the ball.
Again, not protecting the ball well with her body
They
at
really
all.
Really need to protect their sticks. Those back checks are getting them. And most of these players have learned from coaches in the past or current that when you bring a ball down the middle for a transition, it's never, most of the time, not going to end well. You really want to look for the fast break. If it's not there, get it to the outside and move it. Standing in the middle, when you're getting pressured, you're gonna get swarmed by the defense.
Yeah, if you stand still, you make it easy for the defense to pick you up and strip you of the ball.
Got to keep your feet moving. Oh, that was a
feet moving and ball moving. One or the other, if not both.
Turnover.
Again.
Goalie ball clear. Red, number 5, is transitioning the ball upfield on Canada.
Still not a very strong ride. That I saw a little bit better movement by the players, but not enough. And again, they've got numbers, and a goal is scored by the Canadian team.
Here we are, 9-1, Canada.
Didn't quite catch. Let's see who they give the stick back to.
Number 8, Canada scored that goal for us.
All right, that's someone new, someone different. First half scoring, number 16, Annabelle Child, had 3 goals, and the next highest scorer was number 5, Riley Hunter, with 2 goals. Now let's see if the U.S. can come up with this draw and make something good happen at the other end. They really need a break here today. I think if they get 1 or 2 good breaks, some good ball possessions, their confidence will come back up, and good things will happen for them.
Canada comes up with it, number 14, moving the ball down the field. Again, she really wants to stay on the outside of those hashes.
Good quick pass. That's one thing the U.S. hasn't done, brought it down and had a quick pass down low to X.
Ball movement and transition is key. And they're settling it, pulling out, moving the ball quickly, getting the defense turning and off balance, sending those backside cutters.
Nice pick there.
Feed inside.
Nice try. Little forced.
Looks like it hit the pipe, or it was a save, or she missed wide.
I think she missed wide on that one.
I see it's starting to rain a little bit here, so that could also affect some play. It gets slippery on the turf.
Canada does play in tight. Oh, now they've rolled it out a little bit wider, looking to see what's going on.
Looks like they're playing a 52 type of offense, 5 on the outside, 2 in the middle, working off each other, setting screens to get open on the inside. And there's one nice feed. What a catch by number 2 shot. Looked like it was deflected by the defense, and the goalie, USA, number 20, has the ball, looking for a clear. She hands it off to number 4, who moves the ball upfield. Low pass missed. Ball's on the ground, 50-50 chance here. USA number 2 comes up with it. She's pushing the ball downfield. Way to get in by the Canadian defense. They really have a lot of speed.
Important not to force here. Okay.
There's another back check, but it was a foul. U.S. really has got to protect their sticks coming across the middle of the field like that.
I just don't feel they're moving with enough urgency. Once they get down to that 15-yard mark, they slow down instead of moving through, maybe even carrying the ball back to X. They're slowing down. They're making it easy for the Canadian defense to triple team the ball carrier.
I couldn't agree more. And they always say the ball moves faster than your feet. So the offense really needs to get the ball moving rather than trying to run it. Use each other.
Ball carrier on U.S. team, she's really getting frustrated. I saw her play this summer, and she is playing against a team that is her match in speed. And I can see she's getting frustrated because she can't get open. She got a little bit of a lucky break there. Let's see what she can do with it. She doesn't really have much.
She got a free position on the outside, the last hash on the inside of the 8-meter. So that's the second hash in. It's a tough angle, but there's no one really to her left besides the lowest on the crease.
Another
and
push
she still
there.
goes. There was a flag, but she still shot it. So when the ref pulls a flag like that, it means that there's an opportunity for the player to go to goal on a shot, but they don't want to stop her shot, so they pull the flag out to allow her an opportunity to score.
And that rule came about, that change. You make it a little bit more fan-friendly. Let play continue, because sometimes as officials we were stopping play and taking the advantage away from the attacker. So they want to give that attacker every advantage she can to score the goal.
Looks like
and
same
she's
exact
forcing
thing.
her way in again. I'd call the offensive on that one. She's forcing her way through there. She got lucky. This time yellow card.
She's definitely a strong player. She's trying to get through that defense to get to the goal. And, I mean, I got to give it to her. She's holding her own positioning. She's drawing those fouls. It might look like she's pushing through the defense, but in all reality, she's using her strength to draw the defense, who has to push her in order to stop her.
Yeah, that's true. This will be interesting because now...
See if she changes it up.
USA has an extra attacker because the Canadians got a yellow card on that foul, so they will play short for 2 minutes.
2 minutes. They're 2 men down? Yep, Canada's playing 2 men down. They just got 2 yellow cards. So for the next probably minute and a half or so, they're going to be 2 men down.
U.S. has got to find the open player because they've got 2 open players. They've got to pull that ball wide, send those cutters, find an ISO. Shouldn't even be an ISO, should be an open player. They're going to have to keep their heads moving side to side. They got to make something happen here. This is a chance for them to score a couple goals.
When you're man up, you really want to spread the defense out as wide as possible and find the open player. And they had a free position. They took another shot, and that is 0 for 4 on free position shots this half. Canada goalie has the ball behind the cage. She's about to get double teamed.
They should easily double her on this ride and try and get possession.
Good decision by U.S. Maybe they can come up with this. Canada goalie, great job pulling out of pressure there and moving the ball off to number 2.
Canada's just going to use that time up to try and use up the seconds.
It's
until
incredible
they get
how
one
many
player
open
back.
players on Canada right now in transition, being
Constant.
that they're a man down. Right now, it looks like they're only 1 man down now. One of the cards was up, so they are now only 1 man down.
Again, the defense for the U.S. has got to double team the ball because, again, they are up a player. And Canada's just going to hold the ball and run out the penalty. Smart, smart play.
Same thing as whenever you're up a man versus down a man. You want to spread out, see where that double team's going to come from, and wherever it's coming from, you throw the ball. I want to say in the same direction because that's where the defensive player came from. So someone's got to be open that way.
All right, there's a miscue. There's a bad pass. And, all right, what are we going to get on the call here? Offsides?
USA ball.
Yep, okay.
Wherever that double team's coming from, you just keep the ball moving as far away from it as possible. You want to tire out the girl who's running for the double team. And I want to say that they did a good job of that.
And here comes the back check again. Good pursuit by the Canadians. Look at the ride.
Oh. Her team must be communicating to her that that's coming. She's got to see the open players around her to move the ball.
All right, now the open player is in the middle of the field, but dangerous pass. That Canadian player is eyeing her up.
Yeah, I would just get the ball over the line and keep it moving forward.
Okay, dangerous flat pass to make. The U.S. just seems like another miscue, intimidated by the aggressive style of the Canadians. Here comes a fast break.
Canada came out on fire.
Yep, got the numbers wide open shot.
What a transition. Number 10 on the goal, feed by number 15. You can see frustration by USA. At this point,
that's
acceptable. The score is 10-1.
That is number 10, Abigail Hilt's second goal of the game today. Beautiful transitional goal, forced a bad pass. U.S. is pressing. They've got to press, but they've got to settle down and keep their wits about them. Right now, they really need to focus on cleaning up their game and earning some respectability going into the rest of this half. 15 minutes left to play. Plenty of time to get some goals up on the board. Maybe not catch up, but definitely put some goals on the board. Not a good draw. It's got to go over their shoulders, over their heads.
That's right. You never know what can happen. 10-1, that's a big gap. They really need some momentum here on their side.
That still was close to being an illegal draw. Get
USA
very physical.
came up with it. It was a foul on red. It's going to be USA's ball again, number 14 with it.
Nice box out by 14 on that low draw.
Absolutely.
She really got her body in front, her stick in front of her body. The Canadian defender really didn't have much choice. And getting very, very aggressive down here.
Canada's defense, they definitely swarm on the ball. So you really have to be aware when you have the ball of getting out of that pressure. That was a foul on Canada, number 6, White. USA still has the ball.
I feel the U.S. players are not flashing to the ball. They're open, If a player is triple teamed, there's 2 players open, and those open players aren't making themselves available to the ball carrier.
They need to communicate.
Well, she's going to force this.
What a crease roll
All
by
right,
number
nice
15
shot.
USA. That's a goal by Annie Newton. It is now 10-2. That was a great crease roll, top side on her defender. Nice shot placement on low left corner. Great execution by number 15, Annie Newton.
All right, that's a start. That's what they needed. Took that defensive foul and turned it into some points for themselves. It also gives their defense a much-needed break.
Absolutely. They played defense. Think about the last time they had a goal. So their defense has been really working hard, trying to hold Canada back from getting more goals. Back at the draw. It's up in the air. Number 18, USA grabs it out of the air. It was a foul on red. We're going to keep it going this way for USA. She's looking to feed in the middle, and she feeds it, and it's intercepted by number 2.
Good stick up by the Canadian defender, but U.S. is on that ground ball.
Saved by 13. Again, like we said, moving it to the middle in transition, not a good idea. You could even see her watching that player standing in the middle. The defense can read your eyes. Your body language and your eyes, they're going to be reading that. And if you're staring at the person you're going to pass to for that long, it's very anticipated. It's a push by number 2 red. 18 white's going to come up. Oh, the ref calls it a charge. We have a charge on number 18 on offense.
Can't say I agree with that foul.
Tough call. Number 2 Canada's pushing it upfield.
She's been
Draws
instrumental.
The side, feeds it up.
On their transitions, number 2 for Canada.
Absolutely. She's very quick. And that's a feed and a shot and goal by number 17 Canada, Abigail Copeland. Score is 11-2 Canada. Great transition. I got to give it to Canada. Their transition, they execute that very well.
They're moving full speed. They're passing full speed. They don't stop to make their pass.
They draw the low to high slides, and they feed it, and they get the goals out of it. Very well read. USA defense has got to pick each other up. We're back at the draw.
Nice reach. Oh, too bad. Tipped off her stick.
50-50 ball. They're both fighting for it. Red number 14 comes up with it for Canada.
14 gets that ball simply by the fact that she's motoring to the ball. She's using full
Running
speed, being confident, going to the ball with a lot of confidence, getting out of the crowded area into some open space.
Number 8 looks for a drive. It's not there. She pulls out, moves the ball up top to number 2. Looking for something. She doesn't have anything. Moves it to 17. Canada is running a simple pass and cut offense. They still have those 2 players in the middle. They look like they're doing sort of a weave offense. So when they pass it, they cut to the ball and let the ball come over top of them. Inside feed to number 2. Not the greatest pass. Number 17, USA comes up with it. We're in transition to goal for USA.
Great defensive play by the U.S. in denying the pass there. It's something that they haven't done consistently enough during the game. Okay, let's see what number 17 can do.
It was hard defense in transition on Canada, but USA still contains possession. They really want to make this possession count. She's rolling back. She's getting double teamed.
There should be a teammate offering her some help on the
don't
backside.
see any.
They're all running away from the ball.
Number 2 rolls back to the middle. Again, she wants to
Nice
keep going
defense.
forward. Keep going forward. Move it through X. That's where your protection is.
All right.
Red came up with it, and white got a check. Number 6 came up with the ball, and it's down again.
All right, now they need to really settle. There's some back and forth going on here. All the players are going to be a little tired. It's wet. It's slippery.
This game could go a lot differently if white's transition was smarter.
They don't run enough options on their transition.
I can agree.
One player up the sideline. They're getting trapped on the sideline. Can't go through those triple teams.
Forcing the ball on a crease roll, and it's dropped, and Red Canada comes up with it. I understand their desire to get a goal when they're down by 9 goals. However, you need to work together at that time.
And wide open player off the pipe.
Number 15 shot off the pipe.
Goalie's best friend.
Absolutely.
Attacker's worst nightmare. Taylor and I both played attack.
Pain.
Yeah, so do I. I wish I got a half a point for every post I hit.
Right. Feet inside.
Oh, the
Number
defender didn't
save.
stay with her. Nice save, goalie.
Number 15, Canada's coming up with the ground ball.
Not enough. All right, there's some nice pressure.
There
Yeah, get that back check. She's hanging that stick.
Backside cutter, number 17, pitch.
Again.
Shot and post.
Another post. Ball still on the ground.
Lucky for USA, those were not 2 goals, and the pipe was their friend.
Oh, wide open. Two wide open players
What
down
a
low.
shot. Fake high, and she bounced it underneath the goalie. That's a shot and goal. I think that was number 2. Number 2 on Canada. We're now 12-2 Canada. 10-goal difference. With 7 minutes left on the clock.
I have seen some nicer movement by the attack on the U.S. end. They had a couple of nice possessions down there, but they need to do that more consistently.
Looks like there's a timeout on the field. In their interviews, they were also asked how training for the Brogden Cup was during the holidays, with Christmas and those who celebrate Hanukkah. And they said it was not the easiest because after you have those large family meals, you're getting dragged outside to train and practice your shot and whatnot, and you're just so full of turkey or steak or whatever you're eating. So, I mean, I give it to them. They had to train during a hard time with Thanksgiving not too long ago, and then the holidays.
But that's the game. If I could tell you
Vacation time.
all the family get-togethers I missed in my drive to play, christenings that I missed, birthday parties that I missed because I then had another practice to go to. And we'll be back after this commercial. And here we are back after a timeout, I believe called by the U.S. squad. We have a little more than 5 minutes left in the game. Canada is leading 12-2. They have been very dominant on both sides of the ball in this game. We go back to our draw. And let's see, who do we have doing the draw for the U.S.? Lizzie Chris, number 18, has been very good at self-drawing, just drawing a little lift to herself. Let's see what 13 can do. Nice high draw. Lots of body contact. Anyone who says girls lacrosse is non-contact has never played girls lacrosse.
I can agree with that.
It hasn't been non-contact since I played in the 80s.
Definitely not as much as the men's, but
it has. The girls are getting stronger and faster, and the game has evolved with that.
Florida high school players now wear a padded it's somewhat of a padded headband. They call it a helmet.
Oh.
So there's a lot of debate between that and if that's going to take the game to a next level or more like the men's game. But from what I've heard, it really steps up the competition and the aggression in the women. So
I hate to see helmets come because, there we go.
Jinx. Number 15, shot and goal. That was great transition. They moved it through the backside and found that backside cutter. What a cut by number 15. And a goal by Annie Newton. I believe that's her second.
That's her second goal in the second half. I hate to see the women go to helmets because it's really going to change the complexion of the game. We already slow the game down with settled offenses. Back in the day, we just ran fast break. We had no sidelines. There was no 8-meter arc, no 12-meter fan, no offsides line. You all went from one end pretty much to the other. The game was fast. The players were fast. The ball moved fast. And I understand why they're bringing helmets in with all the focus on concussions and the long-range consequences, but I'm going to be sad to see it change.
It's funny, as a young player who gets called too often on fouls, I sometimes wanted to see it go that way and try it out and play that way. I'm sure the Canada girls would love it, seeing as most of them grew up playing men's box.
And playing the box, yeah, so they're used to all that equipment.
They say, give me pads and helmets.
And I think that's showing today because they're much more aggressive on the field. But their checks are illegal. They haven't been called too many times. They had a little spurt for 2 minutes in the second half.
They're definitely more aggressive on the checks and the defensive end. I can see that. But everyone's going to get caught on defense. You just got to control your stick and use your body, and that'll be to your advantage.
That's why I played attack, because I was just a hatchet on defense. So I stayed on the attack end.
Yeah, offense was our strong suit. Looks like Canada has the ball. They're looking to keep control and possession on offense here.
The U.S. team has had trouble communicating on defense. They've often left multiple Canadian players wide open.
Oh, what an interception by number 10, USA.
Oh, we're going to get called
number
for a push there.
Number 6 comes up with it. That was absolutely a foul on Canada. There's that aggression we're talking about.
They certainly are not afraid to take the contact. Oh, U.S.
She was not ready for that whistle.
No, and at this level, they're going to start it quick. If you get up, they're not going to ask you. She's going to get called for a ward there.
I was just about to say.
Yep, there it is.
She should know better at this level that you can not use your arm to push off the defense. Maybe in men's.
Needed a little more speed to make that move work.
Canada's ball again. It looks like she is 1-on-5 coming into transition. So it was a great decision by her reading the defense and pulling out. Moving the ball behind the cage. Give and go.
They're very patient. Their cutters are spot on.
Awesome feed. Great shot. Goal by number 17, Canada, Sydney Ormond.
Her second of the half and of the game.
13-3, Canada.
We're coming on just at 1 minute and 3 seconds in the half. In the girls' game, when we get to the 2-minute mark, the whistle does stop on goals and major fouls because it takes the officials some time to set up players. In case you were wondering why the clock had stopped.
Correction, that was a goal by Canada's number 16, Annabelle Child, not USA's number 16.
And Canada got possession. There was no draw.
Looks like there must have been a foul on the goal, so Canada got the ball automatically. High pressure defense by USA.
Yeah, the shooter did wind up on the ground. Looked like she got pushed in the back. And they're just going to pass around a little bit now. Under 40 seconds. This would be a good opportunity for the Canadians to work on a stall in a game-like situation. Good coaching tactic. Get them used to moving that ball around, keeping it out of the middle, not getting caught on an end line or a sideline. And there's a wide open player. She's not going to take it. She's going to take it out. Sometimes that's what you want to do. You're up by a goal or two, and you don't want to take the chance the goalie's going to come up with a big save and a quick throw downfield. I've been on both sides of that situation as a coach and a player. And that ends the game in game one of our matchup of the Canadians versus U.S. Scores 12-3. The Canadians have won the first game. 13-3. 13-3. They didn't put that last one on the board. I apologize for that.
10-goal difference. Hopefully USA can have a lot of takeaways from this game and come back tomorrow guns blazing and ready to really show their stuff on the field and come out aggressive and with a lot of control over the ball and the offense.
With a good night's rest, first game of the day, no travel worries, traveling after the holiday, flights delayed, lots of traffic.
I'm sure that all takes into play.
It does. You know, as a coach, when players can't get together in time to get a normal practice in and they're running around, it really wears on them mentally. They are young girls. They're developing young ladies, developing athletes. This will just make them stronger.
Absolutely. Canada came out very strong, and they really earned that game. They earned that win, and they did a great job as a team effort. Very quick, very, very composed, and they took control of the game and the offense and getting the ball back and everything. All around, great showcase by Canada, and we look forward to more lacrosse tomorrow.
We have a full slate tomorrow, starting with the girls' game, I believe, at 8 a.m., boys in between. Don't forget to tune in. We are showing the games live. You can follow us on social media. We're all over the place. Sponsored by Lax All-Stars.
That's right. Thanks for tuning in, folks. This has been another free Lax All-Stars broadcast. Stay classy, and we'll see you again real soon.
And signing off. Good night, everyone.
Good night.